Alright, so as you guys may have already seen or played yourself, the Call of Duty Blackout beta has arrived. Basically, this is Call of Duty's take at a Battle Royale mode, and their first ever take at entering the Battle Royale genre. There has been many streamers playing this game lately, and a lot of big names such as Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, Nadeshot, all of those guys, and a lot of OG Call of Duty streamers and players coming back to try this Battle Royale mode, which is very, very cool. But is it a really good mode, or is this mode really good, or is it just all about the hype and that initial release? And how does this game compare to Fortnite, and does it have the possibility to become the king of Battle Royale? So let's jump right into it. So firstly, I will say I'm a Call of Duty fan. I'm a massive Call of Duty fan. I've been playing Call of Duties for almost 5 years now, 4 or 5 years. Coming up on 5 years, and before Fortnite blew up, I was predominantly a Call of Duty channel. So, you know, this channel was just Call of Duty content, and as I do support Call of Duty, I would love to see this Blackout mode succeed in the future, and Call of Duty's take at a Battle Royale, I would love to see it become something that's successful, and for the purpose of, you know, just the enjoyment of playing it, and the ability that, you know, that would allow me to make content on this and stray away just from, you know, just making Fortnite content and on a different game at least. So with that being said, there are a lot of things that need to be tweaked and changed about this game mode. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it now. I'm basically going to give you guys my opinions on it, some things I really, really like about it, and what needs to be done if it wants to succeed, and that possibility of it becoming bigger than Fortnite. Can it happen? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's very unlikely, but I think so far this is a solid mode. So we're going to talk more about it. So we're going to start off with the basics. This is currently, it's an 88 player Battle Royale mode. The map is slightly bigger than Fortnite's map, and it is a first person only Battle Royale, the exception of when driving vehicles such as cars, motorbikes, helicopters, and boats. So we have land, water, and air vehicles. The time to kill is definitely, I would say, slow, in my opinion. It's almost like everyone you come up in a gunfight has 200 health, or, you know, like 2 full pots if we're talking about Fortnite here, and some of you guys may like that, some of you guys may not. Personally, me, I feel as if it needs to be tweaked a little bit. It takes way too long to kill someone, and the armor that is in this game, I'll quickly mention, there is level 1 armor, level 2, and level 3, similar to how it works inside of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and the armor is quite ridiculously OP in my opinion. They have, I believe, nerfed it a little bit, but the time of this gameplay, this was like the first version of armor, and you'll see later in this gameplay that I literally shoot a kid 3 times with my 50 cal and he does not die, which that is stupid. That should not be happening. My sniper should take 2 shots at the very, very most. So that's something I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'm sure it will be changed. It's just the beta. They're going to get the feel of the community, and, you know, they're hearing us and what we want to be changed and all that type of stuff. But look, so far, I think that can be fixed. It's not game breaking. I can definitely deal with it for now. But, you know, it's something that's probably going to have to be looked at in the future if they want to keep people playing this and not getting triggered at all these small things. So, another thing that I'd like to note that I really, really like, and that is different to all Battle Royales that we've seen in the past, is healing. Healing items are very, very easy to use. They're very fast at being activated, so all healing items from my current knowledge are all the same time to use, whether that's being a med kit, bandages, a trauma kit, and I believe that is all of them so far. Med kit, which will heal you up to 50 health at once, a bandage will give you 25, and a trauma kit will get you all the way from 1 to 200, which is basically like a steroid syringe from PUBG, or sort of like a slurp, or basically having 2 full pots inside of Fortnite, where it gets you that extra 50 HP that other players will not be able to get to, and will be capped at 150 unless they have a trauma kit, because normal bandages, med kits, they will only get you to 150. Another cool thing about the healing items is that all the healing items can be used while running. Like, you can literally be in a gunfight, oh, I'm getting shot at, run around the corner whilst healing. Very, very awesome, and it keeps the game fast-paced. I really, really like it. and it can get you out of a lot of sticky situations a lot easier. Now, see, there's maybe some people here that don't like that as well, but me and my current opinions with this game, I'm liking the way that the healing works. I think it's awesome that you can run and do all that stuff. Very, very nice. But yeah, so that's basically with the healing and how that works. Now, when it comes to map size and the play count, I'll just briefly go over this again. I did mention the map size and all that before, but there are a lot of people that were worried, you know, 100 players. It's not 100 players. Is that going to be good? Especially when the map's a little bit bigger than Fortnite. If we look at Fortnite here, you know, we have 100 players with Fortnite, and the map is smaller than the Blackout map. Now, how's that going to go? Personally, I think it's fine. 80 players, it's actually at 88 right now. I think that is, it is fine. It wouldn't hurt to go to 100. 100 would be absolutely amazing too, but I'm pretty sure I could see myself being completely fine with 80 players for the rest of the Blackout's lifetime. And it seems like, you know, if you think of it this way in Fortnite, by the time everybody drops that first initial minute, like, there's already 20 people drop dead in Tilted Towers alone. So it's sort of like you're just dropping in and everyone's already set to go, and all those first initial players have died off. It's sort of like that from the very beginning, but, you know, keep in mind, this isn't as fast-paced as Fortnite's, although there are vehicles, which I'll get to in a little bit later. It is still a game that you have to play strategically, and if I haven't mentioned this already, there is no building, in case that wasn't obvious to anybody. This is a PUBG-styled game. If you're coming from PUBG, I think you'll really enjoy this. It's basically, you know, you have to use nature to your advantage. You have to get that high ground. You have to use those trees, those rocks, all of those, you know, peaking advantage points, head glitches, all of that type of stuff. You know, you're not going to be able to get the high grounds by just, you know, throwing stairs in front of you whenever you feel like it. So you do have to, you know the map and use those high points to your advantage. So that's something that is also good to know if you're coming from Fortnite. And another thing that Fortnite has is different. Obviously, there's no bloom in this, in case you guys didn't already see that. But there is bullet drop like PUBG and all of that other stuff. Oh, and I think PUBG, yeah, Fortnite doesn't have bullet drop. Don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, there is bullet drop. It is quite different for a Call of Duty to have bullet drop. We've never seen Call of Duties in the past that have had bullet drop. It is less than Fortnite. If you know, the Fortnite snipers, that type of bullet drop, and the travel time. The travel time is definitely not as slow. Like, the bullet travel time is definitely fast, but there is bullet drop off. So you will have to aim above the head or in front of their moving path if you do want to hit that shot, which you'll see later in this gameplay. By the way, this is one of my first duo wins here. So anyway, that is basically everything about Blackouts. Now I'm going to basically just talk off the cuff here about how I want, or not how I want, but what Black Ops Blackout needs to have and needs to do if it wants to beat Fortnite, and basically that possibility. So I guess we'll start with, like, guys, it's gonna be hard. Now, I'm not saying I want Fortnite to die, because, you know, I'd like to see the game keep going, but I do want there to be something that's popular alongside it to give, you know, me that option to make different content and all of that type of stuff. So, look, I'm really enjoying Blackout. I think it runs well for a beta. You know, the servers, I haven't been getting any lag at all. There have been a few bugs and glitches, but look, every game has that. Fortnite adds 5 glitches every time a new gun drops. It's just something that's going to be in games. But yeah, most of that stuff is really okay when it comes to glitches and server lag, all that type of stuff. It's fine. There's not really too much of that stuff that's a problem right now, but in the future, there are things that are going to have to be changed, and if it wants to compete against Fortnite, it's really about the marketing, if you ask me. I think the game mode is absolutely fantastic. As you may know, it's an R18 game in Australia. I'm not sure what the rating is in the US and all that type of stuff, but obviously, it's not going to be directed for young kids like Fortnite is, and that is one thing that's going to really make this game struggle when it comes to popularity. Like, you know, a lot of the people that play Fortnite are probably under the age of 10 or 10, you know. That's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, though, a lot of those people aren't going to be able to get this game nor play it. So when it comes to a game beating out Fortnite, it's going to be very hard, because Fortnite basically attracts all ages, and, you know, young people, old people play it. You know, it's going to be hard when there's a game like Blackout that is, you know, definitely a lot more violent, compared to Fortnite. It's more tactical, and it does cost money. Like, this is not going to be a free battle royale, and this is one of my points that I feel as if it needs to do if it really wants to succeed. This has got to be a standalone game. Currently, what we know, the only way you can purchase Blackout or get your hands on Blackout is if you buy Black Ops 4. It is something that comes with the game. It's literally, it comes with multiplayer, zombies, and Blackout. Now, it'd be very, very good from a business point of view, in my opinion, if they sold this as a standalone version for a lot cheaper, because people coming from Fortnite, they're really not going to want to spend $80 or $100 to get Blackout if they're not sure they're going to like it, especially when they're coming from Fortnite where the game's free and they're used to dropping skins, more money on dropping skins than they are on actually buying a full game. Basically, guys, my main points for this game needing to have, if it wants to succeed, in my opinion, is it's got to have a standalone version from launch. A way that people can purchase this game for a cheaper amount. I think that's really going to boost the sales, in my opinion, and the player count, because there's a lot of people who want to play this but really don't want to spend that money to get things like multiplayer and zombies that they just don't want to play. And it also needs to have weekly content updates or bigger monthly updates. Guys, there are so many people going to be coming from Fortnite that are used to having new guns, new content, new everything every single week. And if they want to keep people playing this, they're going to have to do that. Unfortunately, look, I'm not the biggest fan of weekly updates. I think something monthly would be better, in my opinion. I'm not a fan of the game changing so fast that it feels like a new game every week, and with the metas changing and all that type of stuff. But who knows? But they do need to have some type of updates coming to this game. And I also think it'd be good if the player count could be raised to 100. That would also be quite cool. And another thing, just to keep people, you know, playing and not annoyed, is the armor and the time to kill needs to be lowered or made faster a little bit, in my opinion, so that people can be getting kills a lot quicker. But yeah, guys, basically my thoughts on Blackout. I'm excited. I want it to succeed. I can't wait to make more content on this game. And, you know, Call of Duty's take at Battle Royale. I'm super excited. I like it, and I highly recommend you guys give it a shot too. It's going to be the private beta for PC, or was actually going to be an open beta on the 15th of September. So definitely go ahead, download that, guys. Give it a shot. But look, as I said, they're going to have to do things if they want this game to succeed. I definitely can guarantee you that this is going to lower Fortnite's player base, and it will impact those numbers. But if it wants to take over that #1 spot, they're gonna have to do a lot of things, guys. A lot of things. But yeah, guys, it's gonna be an interesting journey. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to go ahead and follow my social medias down below, that'd be awesome. I'll be streaming this on Twitch tonight too. So anyway, guys, I'm out, and bye bye.